everyone. Let us discuss about Aphorism 6 today, which tells us about unprejudiced observer. Homeopathy is based on individualization. Individual differs from one another. Hence, each person suffers from entirely different disease than the other. For example, 10 people get wet in the rain. It is not necessary that everyone should suffer from same manifestations. This has been already discussed in the aphorism 3, where we were discussing about knowledge of disease in an extensive way. So you can refer back aphorism 3a, where the individual variations and how the medicines are given individually on variable manifestation is been discussed. Hence, in the system of medicine, same patient may receive different remedies for recurrent complaints which look same every time with different exciting causes. Different people may receive different medicines for same complaints, same nosological disease, but with individual variation. As we have discussed in aphorism 3, you can go through. Many patients may receive same remedy for same cause, that is genus epidemicus. Whenever epidemic disease arises, set of people are considered and their symptoms are considered. Out of that, a totality of made to know the genus epidemicus, that is a medicine which can act as preventive as well as curative during that particular period of epidemic. We can conclude that there exists no same disease but similar diseases. Hence, physician cannot base his prescriptions on his previous experience. For example, if a patient comes to us with a psoriasis, we have nosologically diagnosed the case as psoriasis, and we found that sepia is a suitable remedy based on totality of symptoms. Then sepia cures him. Then we find that next, as this patient is been cured by psoriasis, they keep referring to you people, the patients with a similar complaints. Then you find that you are getting so many psoriasis cases, but this time you cannot base your prescription on previous experience that yes, to that particular case we have treated from sepia, so chalo, let's give sepia to all the people. We cannot do that, but again you have to take all 10 cases individually, see what are the individual variations and individual constitution of the patient, and prescribe him accordingly. So the patients might receive sepia itself, or they might receive sulfur, arsenical, or lycopodium according to their individual variations. So what happens if we are biased? If we are biased, success rate will reduce markedly. So as to be unprejudiced observer, it takes long experience. But so as to be experienced, we need to start from somewhere. So Hahnemann gives us a simple clue, that is, a physician's power of observation should be so great that he should take note of nothing in every individual disease except the changes in the mind and the body. That is, physician should carefully note down the history narrated by the patient, remarked by those around him, observed by the physician. These all perceptible signs and symptoms represent disease in its whole extent. They together form a true and conceivable portrait of the disease. So when you conceive the portrait of the disease, as already you have conceived your Matra Medica, the remedies, it becomes very easy for you to match these together for getting the cure. So now let us discuss, why are we stressing so much on unprejudiced, or why are we thinking so much about it, is because when we observe something, we do go ahead with some errors. Let's see what are the errors of observation. When we observe something, usually we have the purpose. Along with that, we will have some prior idea or thought about it. For example, now recently we have gone through the phase of corona. So even if there are patients who are coming to us with signs and symptoms of simple cold and coryza, or any other symptoms like pneumonia, we will tend to search for corona rather than real what they are actually suffering from. That was what happening with us, because we had a prior idea that okay, now there is a corona going on everywhere in the world, it is a pandemic, and whosoever come to us could be of a corona. So we thought of observing corona in him than actually what he is having. So this was what was happening. So this is how we will have a purpose, and we will have some prior idea, and we will observe that in the patient, only that in the patient, rather than what actually he will be having. This what happens not only in diseases, it happens in many day-to-day activities also. We tend to observe what we want to see. Okay, so here we have two errors of observation. One is non-observation, negative fallacy. Mal-observation is a positive fallacy. Non-observation, because of this idea, we tend to overlook or we don't observe a particular thing which need to be observed. This is called non-observation. This is negative fallacy, as we have not observed that at all. Malobservation is a positive fallacy, because here we observe a thing wrongly. That is, after observation, we have interpreted it wrongly. Understanding has gone wrong. So, these are the two errors of observation which we will have to take care and proceed to be an unprejudiced observer. Thank you.